Hi, welcome to Tunes and Taste.
Thank you.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Wouter and I make indie music. I think that covers it mostly. And I also do a project called Tunes and Taste, which is why you are here as well. So maybe you say hello to the people.
Hello. So you just played one of your songs. What kind of food suits the mood?
Yeah, so the song is quite a simple song. I usually write with a lot of chords, but this song has 2 chords. So it's like, I was thinking of a dish that is like one major ingredient with a lot of like variations around it. And I came to the Indonesian fried rice, which is also one of my favorite dishes, because it's just rice really, but how you treat the rice that matters for the success of the dish. And also, we always, when we record, we go to the Thai place, or yeah, it's a Thai place, but they also have the Indonesian fried rice, and that's probably the only dish I eat there. All the other stuff is good as well, but I just like it a lot, so it's a bit of a symbolic dish for the project, I would say.
Nice. Sounds tasty. And do you have favorite lyrics that you have ever written?
Yes. So I think for lyrics, I mean, I've been writing songs since I was like 9. So like the first lyrics were horrible, obviously. They were like about animals or something. So they were definitely not my favorite. But like, I think over the years I've discovered that there's like this sweet spot between like being vague and being honest and like on the nose. Because like if you're too vague, it's kind of weird unless you're very poetic, like Alex Turner or something. And if you're too on the nose, it can be a bit too cheesy. So in my new song, which is not a song I played here, there's this line called "Remove the noise so I can hear again," and I find that to be quite a nice metaphor.
Okay, and do you have a pre-gig ritual?
Well, it depends a bit if there's a backstage or not. If it's a nice gig, there can be a backstage and you can just like play some guitar, jump up and down a little bit to hype yourself up. I like to kind of like isolate myself from the crowd a little bit before, but usually if you play in bars or anything small, it's not possible, and then you just have to go with it. And I mean, my main concern is that my guitar works and my pedals work. And if that is good, then usually it's fine.
And so far in your career, do you feel like there's one moment that you can pinpoint that you feel like it's the highlight?
I mean, with the band we played album release show in Cantina in Berghain, which was, I mean, it was just like, we're all not from Berlin, and to put on a gig there and we like almost sold it out. That was quite special. Also because it was in that place. Yeah. So I think that's one of them. I don't know, like any release is kind of like a little new highlight because you always want them to be better than the one you did before, I guess. But I think that gig particularly, out of the years in Berlin, stands out.
And you do both solo stuff and you also have a very successful band.
Extremely commercially successful.
So how's it different making music solo versus in a band?
I don't think, like if I write at home, I don't really make a difference, I think. Like sometimes we write with the band and then it just happens in the room. That's obviously different than writing alone because it's just other people's music that you're writing onto. But if I'm at home, sometimes I just know this song will not work with the band, and sometimes it will. I do, however, when I write lyrics, I think a bit about like the theme of the band, which is a bit of like this kind of existential, what do we do with our lives? Everybody has like these office jobs, like, and our band is kind of like a parody on that, to be like a bit of a skit on that. So I try the lyrics to be a bit in that like kind of existential vibe.
And speaking about writing, a little birdie told me that you speak 4 languages, right?
Yes, that birdie. In which language did the birdie say that?
Secret. Would you try to write a song in each of these languages?
So up to now, I've written in Dutch once, but that was for another singer. Singing in Dutch is quite difficult because it's a very round language. It's a strange. I've sung in it a few times, like special occasions, but I don't know. It feels a bit too on the nose to write in Dutch, I guess. Well, like I feel like French, you have to be very good at French to pull that off, and German, that will, I mean. My sister will bully me forever if I do that, so that will never happen.
And let's say that we have a time machine and we can jump 1 year ahead.
Yes.
What would you like to have achieved in that 1 year? Where are you?
I mean, I will have released my solo record, my new one, that's almost finished. I will have released a song with an artist called Puzzles, that's also almost finished. Coincidentally, she's here in the room. And we will have wrapped up the 3rd season of Tunes and Tastes, hopefully with some cool events in the brewery. So those are basically the musical goals for this year. Oh, and I'm also mixing the Corp EP, so there's a few releases coming.
A lot of exciting things.
Yes.
Do you have a restaurant recommendation here in Berlin?
I do, actually. I actually was there this week again. It's called Schüsseldienst. It's in Schöneberg. And I don't really understand why nobody is talking about that, because it's amazing. It's like, I've heard it's like a kind of like imbiss style, created by people who used to work in fine cuisine, how do you say that? Haute cuisine kind of restaurants. Like fine dining, that was the word I was looking for. Restaurants. So it's like, I think 12 euros per dish or something like that. But it's like super tasty and very creative. Great portions. It's a great place. It's a casual kind of place, but with fancy food. So I could recommend that to anyone. It's in Akazi in Kietz, in Schöneberg.
Do they have vegan stuff?
They do, yes. And you always get a little soup as well before. So it's great.
Nice. And you are half of Tunes and Tastes. What has your experience been like in the last 3 seasons running this project?
That there's a lot of music in Berlin. There's also a lot of music I'd never heard of. Because I played a lot like indie gigs and rock gigs and singer-songwriter stuff, so a lot of people in that kind of scene I knew, but like also the R&B, pop, those kind of, like I never really knew that existed here. So that's been very refreshing. And there's a lot of really good music. It's nice to start listening to people you know as well, which is something I rarely did before. So yeah, that's been very nice experience.
Are there any Berlin-based projects that you would like to shout out?
Yes, there are. There's quite a few we've been visiting. So there's Space Sessions by our friend James Michael Rogers, which is great. There is the Folklore Sessions by another friend, Rory Riley, also taking place in Vagabond. There are the Flinter Sessions by Lisa, also in Vagabond, both on a Thursday evening. Then there is the Barefoot Sessions by our friend Antoine. So there's a lot of things taking place in Berlin. A lot of donation-based gigs taking place in Berlin as well. Also our event is donation-based, so if anybody ever goes there, please do, first of all, and secondly, donate to these projects, because that's the only way they can stay alive. That's my public service announcement of the day.
Great. Thank you so much for coming to the Tunes and Tastes kitchen.
It's been an honor of being invited.
Very lovely chatting with you, and I guess see you at
See you
Vagabond.
around.
Yeah.
Great.